So, you did $3 million in sales last year, Justin. What are you doing differently than other guys in your company and other guys in the industry?
I mean, it's dedication.
Is it magic?
No. A lot of it's experience, but the majority of it's dedication. It's being able to take the no's. The more no's that we take, the closer we are to a yes. So it's about hitting doors over and over and over. Commercial is no different than residential.
Right.
It's one of the biggest questions I get
What's
asked.
your sales mix between residential and commercial at $3 million? And I know you do a lot of commercial.
Yeah, this year it's this storm all commercial.
Okay.
I have one residential with Frankie. It's 100 square tile. It's about $200,000 claim.
But now last year you also had some very high numbers.
Last year,
what were your high numbers last year?
And I think it was late twos.
Okay,
and,
so $2 million plus.
Yeah, and we did a lot of residential.
So what was your mix, personally, on $2 million last year, residential versus commercial?
In numbers, probably 60%,
70%
commercial.
Commercial last year.
Because of the numbers.
Okay.
They just came in so high, but the majority of them, we had to do so many more residential.
So you've kind of eased into being more of a commercial salesperson over the years.
I didn't start off this way. This is my 10th year in business, and I did a commercial roof, my 3rd year in business, and I didn't do very many after that. Residential. This last couple of years with Northwest, we just hit it hard, man.
When you wake up in the morning, now I know when I used to wake up, I kind of like being an independent contractor, so I'd start the day at the gym. I'd hit Starbucks at 11, but boy, when noon hit, I would go until the sunset.
Yeah.
And I like that. I like that control pattern that I had during my day, and I would also work my asses off on Saturday.
Yeah.
And I'd purposely not go out on Friday night so I could wake up on Saturday and hustle. But I
had to learn that.
I was selling a lot of residential jobs then.
Oh yeah.
But so you've got more commercial sales experience probably than I do as an industry sales associate. So what is it you do on a weekly basis for selling commercial? What's your commercial sales strategy?
Well, every single week I write down my goals, right? So it makes them real.
Like what? Name a couple.
How many roofs I'm going to sell that week. Actually, Paul Reed is the one that taught me how to do that, to write down my goals so you know what they are, you get clarity on them.
By the way, did you ever use my vision statement exercise?
That's actually where it came from. So Paul Reed made me do my vision statement.
We used to use those all the time with the guys.
It gave me clarity. And so I write down my goals on a weekly basis. And most of the time, it is a list of things that I want to accomplish and then a list of roofs that I want to sell. Obviously, in commercial, we're not selling a roof a day.
Right.
I would have retired.
Well, you and I both know, like a job like this, you get a hold of the property manager. You're not going to walk in and sign on the first day.
Yeah,
it's usually 5 to 7 visits.
Oh, yeah.
Phone calls, emails.
Oh, yeah.
Most salespeople in the industry, my personal belief, just training a lot of guys, don't have the tenacity and the follow-up to close a deal like this because they're used to the Mrs. Smith signs at 7 o'clock.
Trunk slam. Yeah.
Just you're showing up next week. This is a 3-6 month process to get that first check, on a job like this.
And then when you get it, once you get it under contract, it's a completely different process going through it. We got deals that, we're either suing insurance companies on, or we got an appraisal that we started a year and a half ago. So it's going the distance. It's an entirely different ball game. But getting the job is the same starting point.
Right.
Getting up, getting out of your truck, knocking the door.
Getting a hold of that decision maker, not waiting for the phone to ring. No. These people ain't going to call you. They're going to call anybody. And hell, they're not going to call anybody.
Yeah. Half
you
the
got to
time
be
they don't know
proactive
because they're not here. This is an apartment complex. He doesn't live here.
Now, in the meantime, Tiger's got to eat.
Absolutely.
So for the residential sales players out there watching this, they got to get that next paycheck.
Oh, yeah.
They got to get that next draw. So, I think there's a transition, guys, residential, commercial, 50-50, and then they slowly get that point where they have some bank.
It is.
And they can wait 6 months for that commission check because most guys can't do it. Tiger's got to eat.
Well, last year was what helped me out. I did so well in residential, and I stacked my money, and I made a lot of money in 10 years, but I spent a lot of money in 10 years, like every other roofing salesman, right?
That's what most owners like, is salespeople that spend their money.
Man, you stay hungry.
Got a lot of money in December, and they're broke every April, ready to rock and roll.
And once you get to the point where you actually manage your finances and you can hold off, and you don't need a check. It's probably been 2 months since I got a commission check, but I don't need it.
But not everybody can do that right now. So a lot of guys got to tiptoe into the commercial side of things. And they start out with maybe, because I consult these guys, look, start off with a 20% commercial mix.
Yes.
Keep your 80%. That's your little rabbits you're going to eat. You're going to pay your bills. And then start tiptoeing in the commercial market. Commit 2 days a week, maybe.
Yes.
9 to 5. Commercial's a 9 to 5 game. It's not an evening and Saturday game, so you got to get up early.
Absolutely.
Property managers like to leave at 3 o'clock, right?
Absolutely. Yep.
Property owners are never here. You got to get home on the phone and hunt them down, So, but they can tiptoe in, and they start at a 20% mix, and it sounds like you kind of evolved from a residential guy to a commercial guy the same way.
Yeah. The exact same way. I think it's the only way to do it.
Yeah. So Justin, we selected you, not only because you had the highest sales volume in the industry, one of them. I think Justin Reichel might be above you this so far.
Yeah,
he's at 4.3 million. Yeah. But we select every year the 25 top $1 million producers to come to the annual Wind and Storm Conference and Trade Show. And look, the reason we do that, I know you could afford a ticket, but we want to treat those guys. You guys are the shakers and movers of the industry. The owners out there should be lucky to have you guys on their teams, number one.
I like to think so.
Number two, I'm a big believer that success is contagious. So if I can get 25 of the top hustlers, the producers in the industry on the sales side, not owners, they're coming too, but the salespeople that really drive the business on the front lines, and bring those guys in and mix them with all the entrepreneurs, well, that just makes a lot of energy and excitement.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, we see the excitement on the forums, man. Guys love to watch people succeed and look at that because they know, these guys in this industry know that they can do the same thing as long as they hustle. Yep. Anyone can do it, man. Success
begets success.
Absolutely.
And so we like to bring folk guys like you to the Wind and Storm event. This year it's going to be in Vegas. Now we're having you head up the $1 million producer training session.
Yes.
And it's actually in a breakout room. So we have 6 150-man breakout rooms. So you can get 150 guys at a time. If they like it, we can give you another hour. And you get another 150 in there.
Right, man,
we're running 6 rooms concurrently, sell, build, collect. But we're going to really dedicate that sales section to, there's a lot of salesmen in the industry that want to learn how to become better salespeople.
Yeah.
And eventually some of those guys might become entrepreneurs, but a lot of them like to just want to be top sales producers. And what better to learn? I mean, I could stand up there and talk about back in the day, right? But we like to bring the street entrepreneurs in, just like we do in a virtual training course here, but bring you guys in and help train those next gen $1 million producers.
Oh yeah, and I feel that I'm gonna bring a lot of value to them, man, and motivate them for one, and teach them the little secrets that I have that help me be successful, and to hit that $1 million plus number over and over and over again.
Now they're not all gonna hit it. But
if they go hard to try to make
if they go from 500 to 800, or if they go from 200 to 400, it's all about baby steps.
And it's just all about bettering yourself. Being better today than you were yesterday, and keeping that going.
So Justin, we're excited to have you back at the Wind and Storm Conference to head up the $1 million producer course. I know a lot of industry sales associates. I know a lot of owners are going to bring their sales associates just to come to your course because they're going to hope that they double next year in 2018. So we're excited to be part of that. By the way, just so everybody remembers your nickname, what is that again?
Roof King.
The Roof King. See you soon.